Hello everybody and welcome to my YouTube. You are watching Tarot with Kuga and today is August 26th, 2020, which brings us to another installment of Wellness Wednesday. I just want to give a huge thank you to all the new subscribers, and for those of you who are watching, if you like what you see, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. So today's video is just a little bit different. Generally on Wellness Wednesday, I do have positive words from the Healing Mantra deck by Matt Kahn, as well as a second deck which consists of additional guidance as to who is willing to work with us this week to help us with our situation. So this week I was kind of guided towards a different direction, because generally in the on our spiritual journey, we tend to focus on ascended masters such as Jesus, Serapis Bey, Mother Mary, and Buddha, and also the archangels. Archangels, as you know, they don't have any specific religion, and they do tap in onto anybody who calls upon them. And the beauty about archangels is you don't have to go through a cleanse or confess your sins in order to tap into them. They're ready to help you just upon the calling of the names, such as Archangel Michael, Archangel Gabriel. They tend to show up in colors. Sometimes if you're seeing lights that you're unaware of, certain colors do reflect our archangels. As for me, I actually can see Archangel Michael in purple and blue. Archangel Jophiel has shown up in a soft golden yellow. So, and like I say, it took me years to understand what I was seeing. I went to doctors, I went to go have my eyes checked. Everything was fine. And so, like I say, rule out any medical reasons. But sometimes, like I say, archangels are always willing to tap into us. So with this week, I'm going to kind of go a different direction. And so I thought I'll start off with the Healing Mantra deck. And also, I just wanted to give a personal shout out to Mi Familia. There was a birthday in my family in which, I would like to say happy belated birthday. And to some of my family, that, I now live kind of far away from, I do send you love, light, and blessings, and I think of you all every day. And so with that, let's get started. We have the Healing Mantra deck, and this week I set my intention and my prayer out for something to connect us all. It was kind of funny because it's actually not funny. I mean, it's just like there has been a lot going on in the world lately, and the media loves to present fear and divisiveness, and I kind of feel the opposite. I feel that those that are putting out the fear and the negativity, the light is coming back even stronger with love and unity. And so I put a little prayer out through my angels to connect with God, the universe, the creator, whatever it is you're comfortable, to provide some words to connect us all. And this is a card that I drew today. It is Exploring Unity Consciousness. Very deep. And so the message from this card is, I am one eternal light appearing as all. I believe I had this card before, but nonetheless, sometimes a repeated message is necessary. It kind of deepens and anchors the positivity. And so this card is, an absolute answer to to the prayer I set out for, connecting every single one of us. And it is a reminder, that we are all created in God's image. And, so no matter what, God don't make mistakes. Everything about us is perfect. No matter what others say, it's not true. It's time that we start looking upon ourselves and others as God looks at us. And so with that, what I like to do is I like to take the deep cleansing breath, and I like to repeat the phrase 3 times. So, deep breath in, release. I am one eternal light appearing as all. Deep breath in, release. I am one eternal light appearing as all. Deep breath in, release. I am one eternal light appearing as all. And as usual, I like to read from Matt Kahn's guidebook, because this homeboy is like super deep. And so with that, we're going to go into the Exploring Unity Consciousness and read what he has to say. And I do have a link to his channel, I believe. His talks tend to be an hour and a half, but homeboy is super deep. He has been kind of on his spiritual journey and wakened with his consciousness on connecting to the universe ever since he was a child. So homeboy, he's kind of funny because he has a soothing voice. So sometimes, it's like I do listen to him at night, and it does help me go into kind of like a sleep, considering like sometimes, my mind, I'm analytical and I go through a million thoughts trying to solve world problems and think things through, and it does keep me up. So he has his voice and his talk has a very nice healing, and it gets your mind shifting to kind of on a peaceful kumbaya. And I do recommend watching his video. So on Exploring Unity Consciousness, I am one eternal light appearing as all. When unity consciousness is explored, you are able to sense a connection that unites all hearts. No matter how unique each person seems to be, in unity there is a willingness to accept the differences that make each of us unique while embracing the greater cosmic web of interconnectivity throughout all time and space. Whoa. In Exploring Unity Consciousness, you're not a person in search of the light. You are the light dressed up as a person along your soul's journey. Let me repeat that last sentence again. In Exploring Unity Consciousness, you are not a person in search of the light. You are the light dressed up as a person along your soul's journey. We're all created in God's image. This mantra is ideal for amplifying presence, grounding your energy, and deepening meditation. And so I love it. It's just like I actually feel 10 times lighter just actually reading that phrase. So normally this would be the time that I would move on to the next card, which would be either, like I say, an Ascended Master or an Archangel. But I was gently reminded that each and every single one of us, we have a guardian angel. We have some of us have many, some of us have 2, but we have guardian angels that are with us, and they too are willing to help. And so each of us has I think the easiest way to explain is like what I have read from Becky Devine with her book is, angels actually are without ego. So they don't have names, they, gender, they're light beings. And it's our minds that kind of place a name, an hierarchy, a ranking upon them. And so our guardian angels, in order for us to connect, we tend to have names. And so, one thing you can do is meditate. Simply ask the question. Just ask, what is your, hello, guardian angel, what is your name? And you'll be surprised, the answer will come eventually. Maybe not, maybe it'll come right away, maybe it'll come the next day, maybe it'll come in 3 days. You'll walk by and you'll hear a stranger just out of the blue mention a name, and voila. So I think in all, I in all in all in all aspect of what's been going on in the world, I'm sorry I lost my thought, because like I have been really thinking about, it's just all the protests and the destruction and the violence that has been happening. The guardian angels, they're watching us, and they want to protect us, they want to help us, but they can't step in unless we let them. And so for those of you who are listening to this video, I actually, regardless of your religion, the angels are non-denominational or all denominational. It doesn't matter what your religion is or even what your belief. Even if you don't believe in God or the creation or even the universe, your guardian angels are still with you. And so they're willing to help you, and all you have to do is ask. And that's it. Like I say, even if sometimes I've approached God with an angry heart just to have that conversation. And, I don't approach God with anything but my true self. And at the end of our conversation, God has healed, whatever anger or depression or any negative feeling I've had. And so it's like, I've learned that I don't have to approach God and, be, confess my sins and be this and that. Because by the end of that conversation, it's just like God has forgiven, and we just move on, and you learn your lessons if you want to grow. So I think I'm starting to ramble here, and I apologize. But for this week, let's start looking at our fellow mankind as God looks at us, and let's look at ourselves as God looks at us. And with that, it kind of has the connection of, bringing us with, I am one eternal light appearing as all. Start anchoring the light, people. The light always wins. And no matter what your perception, if you are knee deep in the violence and the destruction, anchor the light, anchor the love, and call upon your guardian angels. They're there for you. So with that, I want to send everybody love, light, and many, many blessings. Take care.